Good morning, my lovely little ghosts, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Laura, and this is a Motionless and White update video. As I said in my intro, this is a Motionless and White update video. More specifically, today I'm going to be talking about their new album, the new Visualizer, and more. So, without further delay, let's get started. Before we jump too far into it, let's start with the new makeup look. I saw this image on Twitter and I had a fit over it. I was so excited. I was the most excited when I saw that there was a new makeup look, just in general, a new makeup look. But let me show you it a little closer up. When I first saw this image, I did not actually see that everyone had the same makeup. The first thing I did was I took my phone and I zoomed in on Justin. I zoomed in on Justin because I know that he usually has the most unique makeup looks. Turns out, he has the same look as the rest of the guys, except for Chris. But, I didn't know that. So I got super excited to recreate Justin's makeup, and then realized it was the band's makeup. Other than Chris. And Chris's makeup is fantastic, and I'm going to do a separate video creating that. But, this was really fun. I love the cyber element. I want to call it Cyber Goth, but it was definitely not Cyber Goth. If you were around in the 90s and 2000s, you know what Cyber Goth is, and it's not quite that extreme, but it's a gothic aesthetic with cyber tendencies? A cyber aesthetic? It's like borderline the barcode tattoo, the Matrix kind of thing. Like, it's just like, it's weaving that line, but with an even more gothic twist to it, because it's motionless and white. Now, I tried my best to recreate the band makeup look, and I actually used, I'm going to use this in the Chris video too, I think, but I used liquid latex to make it look 3D. Like, if you touch it, it's 3D because it's layers and layers of liquid latex. But enough about the makeup, let's just have a look at that promotional picture again. Let's take a look at this promotional picture. First of all, I love the cyberpunk pants. Those look really cool. I like the little dangly bits and the chains. Very late 2000s cyberpunk. And the jackets, themed towards the album, and personalized for each band member. But that's not all. They're actually selling versions of the jacket on their merch store. You get the jacket, the poster, dog tags, something else. I'm not really sure what this little thing is with the hazard symbol on it, but you also get the CD. The reason I chose Ricky's jacket here is because there's something different about it. If you remember with the last album, they also did jackets that were themed towards each band member. Last year, Ricky's jacket said Horror because his stage name was Ricky Horror. This time, for this album, it just says Olsen. I passed up on the Horror jacket last time, thinking that if they did another one, I would get it, and now he's using Olsen instead of Horror, so that part makes me sad, but I'm more happy than sad, simply because he's giving himself the recognition. And it's well deserved, because if you watch the whole video, the whole new Visualizer video, he's credited for multiple things, including a director's credit. Amazing. Ricky's name appears 3 times out of 4 different things that were put into making this Visualizer video. And the jackets are all super cute. They all have their own little imagery attached to them. So Ricky's has the little heart and Chris's has the spiral. In addition to these jackets, there are also hoodies and sweatpants. The sweatpants look so cool. They've got the set list down the back. There are t-shirts with the set list on them, and they're all themed around the new music video or the new album. The whole new album seems to be cyber apocalypse themed, and I'm here for it. Let's take a look at that album cover. Actually, before we jump into the album cover, let's take a look at that set list. So we have Meltdown, Sign of Life, Werewolf, Porcelain, Slaughterhouse, Masterpiece, Cause of Death, We Become the Night, Burned at Both Ends 2, BPDTG, Corpse Nation, Cyber Hex, which is the new single. I think that says RBJ, White Bee Boom? White Six Boom? We'll come back to what they actually say. And then Scoring the End of the World, which is the album name. And also the barcode. The barcode on the sleeve makes me super happy. I love that. So I'm going to pull it up on my phone and actually read the set list and see if I can decipher it better than trying to read it on the monitor. Okay, the two that I couldn't read, this one says BFBTG. I'm assuming they're B's because the burned at both ends, the B's look like backwards 3s. All their B's look like backwards 3s, which of course is code. And then track 12 is REC. Red. Oh! Track number 12 is Red, White, and Boom. Like Red, White, and Blue, but it's Red, White, and Boom. So track 12 is Red, White, and Boom, and then it's followed by Scoring the End of the World. And Scoring the End of the World drops on June 10th, but it's available for pre-order and pre-save right now. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's jump into that album cover. This album cover is super cool. Let's pop it up here in this corner while we talk about it. So first off, it gives me the City Sleeps in Flames vibes. It gives me Scary Kids Scaring Kids vibes, and I know it's going real old school talking about this, but I think it's just the apocalyptic scape and the colors. It's just very reminiscent of The City Sleeps in Flames. Back to Motionless in White. This album cover is super cool. It looks like a snow globe with the world literally on fire inside. There's fire surrounding the robot that is holding it up. There's fire all around the outside of it, and a robot hand clutching the snow globe-esque device. And like I said, the album is called Scoring the End of the World, so it's obviously a cyber-apocalyptic themed album. And it's definitely a themed album. I really love the detailing, how it's the world in flames. And we've got the classic Motionless in White font, but then the Scoring the End of the World is in the cybernetic font. And then of course the details on the robot are gorgeous. So let's talk about the CD itself. The CD looks like a hazard symbol of some sort, which you can also find on some of their merch. And it's just black and white with the standard Motionless in White font and that cybernetic font for the title of the album. And it's very small at the bottom of the CD. I'm really excited to add that to my collection. So something really super unique that they did before the visualizer dropped. It's not a music video, it's a visualizer. So before the visualizer dropped, they posted a video of Chris embodying a character for the album and giving a precursor to the visualizer. It was very reminiscent of Black Veil Bride's Wretched and Divine and that concept album, and if you know me at all, you know that's one of my favorite albums ever, and I love a concept album. So the fact that Scoring the End of the World is going to be a concept album and has its own storyline to it, amazing. So the theming of the album seems to be a lot like Wretched and Divine in the fact that it appears to be a resistance. But this, instead of being a resistance against an organization like Fear, this seems to be more of a resistance against like a cybery matrixy element. And in the precursor to the visualizer, Chris does say the transmission is an attempt to inspire rebirth, reconnection, and most importantly, resistance.
We offer this broadcast with the intention to inspire rebirth, reconnection, and most of all, resistance.
So of course my nerdy brain goes to Star Wars, but kind of like the resistance against whatever force is in control. And it also kind of gives me Repo the Genetic Opera vibes. So we're getting like Repo the Genetic Opera, we're getting Matrix, we're getting Wretched and Divine, we're getting all these mixes of really cool cyber themed things. We're getting sort of like a mixing pot of all that, and this precursor to the Visualizer really gave me Repo the Genetic Opera. I could almost see Chris being telecast on those like floating billboards that were in Repo. And the fact that he ends the transmission with "We are Cyber Hex" gives you sort of an insight into the resistance organization is called Cyber Hex.
We are Cyber Hex.
And that's really, really cool. I really enjoy cybery things. So this is going to be a fun ride. And I'm so excited for June 10th. Anything that comes before and after June 10th. As of the making of this video, Cyber Hex is still trending in the top 50 on YouTube. So this music video is really popping. And that's exciting. This song sounds like it's going to be sort of their battle cry song. So Cyber Hex comes just before Red, White, and Boom. So yeah, I think Cyber Hex is going to be their battle anthem. Their rising music before the climax of the battle. So that's super exciting that we got something so deep into the album track list first thing. And it makes me really want to know more about the story. And in this video we hear a robotic voice, a computerized voice saying initiate Cyber Hex, which could be not only their organization's name, but the name of a program that they're using to take something down. Very cool. Lots of creative minds at work. So again, super pumped for this album. My favorite part of the video was actually the clothing. And I know you didn't get to see much of it, but the little bits that you did get to see was just like, wow. We get to see a lot of Chris's outfit, and I really like how his collar looks like it has LED lights and almost has like a computer built in, like computerized LED writing on it. That was super cool, an amazing detail, even if it was digital, like gorgeous detail. It really helped sell that futuristic vibe that they're going for. Also, how clever was the line, "I'd kill to kiss your apocalypse." Like, that's cheeky, that's cute. I like that. That should be on a shirt. Like, that should be on a shirt. 100%. I would wear that. I would buy that. I would wear it. So cute. So the last thing we're going to talk about is the fact that Motionless in White is going on tour. Motionless in White will be on tour with Black Veil Brides and Ice Nine Kills. Let me repeat. Motionless in White is going on tour with Ice Nine Kills and Black Veil Brides. A perfect lineup. An absolute perfect lineup. My little goth soul is fluttering at the thought. I have tickets to 2 shows. So my friend Brooke, Sarah, and I are going to the Myrtle Beach show. We're actually going up a day early. We're gonna do some birthday things, maybe do the pirate dinner show. Then we're going to the concert the next day. There's a break in between the Myrtle Beach concert and the Charlotte, North Carolina concert. So we've got a beach day. We're gonna enjoy some time at the beach, maybe go to Ripley's Aquarium because there's a glass bottom boat, and what better way to celebrate my birthday than being terrified in a glass bottom boat, but mostly a beach day. And then we're hopping back to Charlotte to see them again. I was really sad to learn that my best friend cannot join me for my birthday like we had planned, but we're still going to have an amazing time, and he promised he will make it up to me, and since I'm putting it in a video, he's gotta. So I can already tell this new single is going to be on repeat in my car until I learn every word, which is what I do with most songs that I like right off the bat, or songs from bands that I like. So I've got that to look forward to. So that was me giving you a Motionless and Light update. Because they posted a TikTok about it, tell me which song from that set list do you think is going to be the heaviest, the absolute hardest song on the album. It seems too easy to say Slaughterhouse, but I think it's gonna either be Slaughterhouse or Burned at Both Ends too. One of those two is going to be the heaviest, and I'm gonna lean more towards Slaughterhouse, just because it sounds like it would be heavy. And wouldn't it be really cool if they had an accompaniment of like Spencer Charnas or like Corpse Grinder, like something really guttural in the background of a song? That'd be so cool. It'd be really cool to see how Chris's screams and growls would correspond and marry up with another vocalist like that. And if you don't talk to me about that, tell me which lyric from the new single you think would make a good shirt, because I've already told you my opinion. And if you don't talk to me about that, just talk to me about something, because I love for you to talk to me down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye. Bye!